Dear students, in previous class we discussed about the Kepler's first and Kepler's second law. Now, in continue of this, we will discuss in this class the Kepler's third law. First, I give a brief discussion about the second law. According to this law, the line joining of the planet to the sun sweeps equal area for each equal time intervals. Suppose that in time delta t, the position of planet shift from A to B, and in another time delta t, its position shift from C to D. Then according to second law, the areas A1 is equal to area A2. Means, in other words, we can say that the aerial velocity, area sweeps out per unit times, which is known as aerial velocity, remains constant. Now we discuss about the Kepler's third law. According to this law, square of time period of revolution of any planet is directly proportional to cube of the semi major axis. Semi major axis means in any elliptical path there will be two axes. One is the large, that is known as major axis, and one is the small, that is known as minor axis. And which is semi major axis? It is distance from center to half of major axis. Okay, clear? Now अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस लॉ, स्क्वायर ऑफ टाइम पीरियड मान लेते हैं इसने टी समय में एक चक्कर लगाया, विच इज कॉल्ड द टाइम पीरियड ऑफ दिस प्लेनेट. ठीक है, यस और नॉट?
यस सर.
एंड इस स्क्वायर ऑफ टाइम पीरियड का मतलब स्क्वायर, और सेमी मेजर एक्सिस इसकी आधी दूरी को बोलते हैं सेमी मेजर एक्सिस. तो स्क्वायर ऑफ टाइम पीरियड टी इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू क्यूब ऑफ द सेमी मेजर एक्सिस, that is t square directly proportional to r cube. And if we compare the two planets, then t2 upon t1 का whole square is equal to r2 upon r1 cube. न्यूमेरिकल पर्पस के लिए ये चीजें हमें काम आएंगी. ओके, थैंक यू.